Goal.
Girl.
Find the tattered map and warning note to complete the scenario.
Cool, we can do that.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ready Steady Play. We are just traversing the dark lake in the Weeping Caves.
Ooh.
We're telling the Untold legends.
Legends that have yet to be told. Oh.
But are being told.
Oh, now. Oh, God.
And once the series is out, they will be told. Legends is told. And Inspiring Games will have no choice but to release more boxes of Untold Legends for us to tell.
Ooh. It could just go on and on.
Hey, guess what? I have found treasure. Gimme. Gimme.
No.
Gimme treasure.
This one?
Well, just keep revealing them until you get to a loot card.
Nope.
Yes, I have found Bag of Spikes. This is just what I always wanted.
Oh, damn it. I wanted that.
Discard to gain +2 to your next climb brawn test. Discard to gain +1 to your next probe handle test. Honestly, I think this is better for you to have anyway, because you've got the climbing and the brawning.
I know.
So you hang on to that.
Well, I was going to say, you might want to... Who doesn't love a good probe? You might want that.
To be fair, loot cards are cumulative, actually, we don't, possess them individually.
Fair enough.
Note that if there had been a monster in this cave... So you notice that we're discarding a bunch of adventure cards, looking for specific kinds.
These have got to go now.
Yeah, these have got to go. That can go in the obstacles discard pile. This is an adventure card, so it goes in the adventure card discard pile.
Yes, obstacles.
So these symbols up here indicate what kind of adventure card they are. So this one here is a discovery, and this one here is a loot card. But at certain times you'll be called upon to find one of these types, and you reveal treasure cards until you reveal adventure cards until you find the one you need. If you are called upon to find a foe, like a monster, and you reveal any loot cards while you're looking for that foe, then the loot will become rewards that you get for defeating that foe. Additionally, if you're doing a careful search like I just did, and you draw, what you do is you draw actually 3 cards, I think, isn't it?
Yes, it's 3.
Yeah, so, because you might find nothing. So we were just revealing cards there, but you would, so actually we should have drawn a 3rd card, shouldn't we?
Yes.
So what you would do with a search is you would draw 3 cards, and any traps, you'd get any loot, you'd discard any discoveries and any monsters.
We have some more loot.
And you would trigger any traps. But if you're conducting a careful search, then you don't trigger the traps, and you just keep the loot cards.
Correct.
But I got to do the careful search takes a time card, so you have to discard one of these. Which, shouldn't we have done that?
Shouldn't we have done that for when we moved into there?
We absolutely should have spent one of these already. So that just goes up there, and that's for moving that we did in the last episode. Mm-hmm. That goes in there. So, yes, it's actually very clever the way the game sort of uses all these decks and all these different mechanisms to create quite a random experience. And I feel a bit like this game actually would get better the more cards you put in these decks.
Yeah.
So Inspiring Games, if you'd like to send us more cards and stuff, that would be great. That would be great. Do you think they got it? All right, so I've also got...
I love when you wink, you have to open your mouth about a mile wide.
Dude, that's my bit. That's my bit.
It's like...
So I have here some lob gourds, which are actually basically hand grenades.
No, they're pumpkins. Oh, they do look like grenades. Oh, they are grenades.
They're literally grenades. I throw these at things and blow them up.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, that was incredibly stupid. They look like a pumpkin.
They do look like... Well, they're gourds, which is a kind of vegetable that kind of looks like a pumpkin.
See, we're both right.
Yeah. Goblins are ingenious. Take a ceramic gourd. Okay, these are ceramic apparently, but they used to make
really.
I used to make them out of hollowed
fruit
and stuff as well. Add some straps to help grip it. Stuff in a stalk of burn bottle fungus and some soaked wisp fluff. Then stand back. So these arrows up here indicate I have 2 ammunition for my lob gourds. Although these are actually still just shared by the party, so that's good. And we need ammunition tokens. Don't worry, Michael. There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Good.
Now we continue.
No,
we don't.
Don't we put some thingies here?
No, we're all good. We've done that.
Okay.
We've actually... So now we've resolved the room because we've resolved all these symbols here. The green symbols are just sort of states, as are the brown symbols. These are all just sort of states. So these are only relevant if cards trigger from them. Whereas the red symbols here refer to the adventure deck, and these are things that are in the room. So in this case, a discovery. You might also find rooms with other things going on the actual art, in which case you would go and explore those during the exploration phase, which is now. But there's nothing for us to explore in the Dark Lake.
There's no search.
So we'll move straight to rest. Now, in the rest phase, we can sort of do a light rest, in which we unexhaust our cards.
Yep.
And then we could rest to regain hit points as well. But because we're unwounded, I suggest we don't camp, because it would be a waste of time. And we progress to the next room.
And we just...
No, we're all good. We don't need to spend any time.
Do we not?
No, only if we camped.
Right.
Good.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. So now we're into the scouting phase. So the first thing we do in the scouting phase is choose whether or not we're going to stay here or go to the next area.
Nah.
There's nothing left in the Dark Lake. We did it all.
This party's over.
So remember, we get +2 to our search check this round, our scouting check. I'm going to put +2 down there to note that.
Yeah.
Because of the warning signs we got from the runic thingy thing. The glowy rock, what I read.
The pretty.
It was warning.
The pretty pillar.
It said warning, danger. So now we know what's coming. Danger. And if you want to say high voltage, you are correct. So, Michael, are we going out of the light?
I was going to sing that, and then I was like, is that appropriate?
Are we going out the light exit or the ambient exit? Come on, glorious leader. Tell us what do.
Are we keeping Scout and Guard the same?
Well, that's decided after... No, yes, we decided marching order first, actually.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter, I suppose, but...
Well, you can go first again.
Okay, great.
I prefer you going first. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I am, as the evicted noble, I am, of course, the natural leader of the party.
Yeah, Hans isn't...
Hans the Forge Hand is basically my sidekick. He's the one with the coconuts.
Yeah.
My squire. Oh, this is reset because we haven't done our readiness check this round.
No.
Good. So, as the scout and glorious leader, I think we should use the light exit.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm worried about traps.
Fair enough.
And now when we find a monster, I will be... Oh, we must choose whether or not to sneak. Fuck sneaking, it takes too much time. Laters. So, here we have the barracks. Oh, great, it's full of fucking monsters.
Oh, no.
But actually, we are okay because there's no obstacles down here.
That's good.
So, this actually helps us out because it means we're more likely to be alert. Right?
Yeah. Well, don't we still need to... We're definitely going to get 5.
No, we're not going to be able to... This monster's totally going to spot us. We're not going to be able to sneak up on him. Never mind.
Who said no to sneaking?
Your glorious leader, me.
Well, Keanu, you got that wrong, didn't you?
Quiet you. Quiet you. Alright, so now I'm going to do a readiness check here. I've got +2 to this. So we've got 7, 8, 9, 13, which is definitely 4 more than 7, so we are alert.
Bing!
And awake and full of beans.
Did you have the coffee?
I did. I drank all the coffee. So this room also has a search area in it that we can explore.
Yeah.
So we put a little search token down there.
Uh-huh.
Good.
And it's got a fire.
It's got a campsite. If we decide to make camp, we will heal quicker. Now, the first thing on the chart here is a foe.
So we flip the adventure deck until we find a foe.
Yeah, and any loot cards are set aside because they will be loot held by the monster.
Yeah.
That we can claim. Oh, cool. So there's some discarded food that he has in his pocket. Or she. Or it. Okay. Cave Imps is a discovery, so discard that.
Yeah.
Oh, another loot. It's a bat whistle. Now, this cave happens to be full of lethargic bats, so the bat whistle's probably not going to come in.
Oh, it's the tattered map.
Okay, that's actually one of our quest items that we need to win. That's trap. Get rid of it.
Hitch in time.
Bye-bye. Michael, Did you remember to... There's the warning.
No. Ooh.
Okay, wait a minute. Isn't that the other quest item?
Yeah.
Great. So now if we kill this monster, we've won the scenario.
Termite Tower.
Goblin Sentry. Alright, so this guy, he's quite alert. He's got a 12, so it's unlikely that we're going to be able to sneak up on him. I mean, he is a sentry with a mole dog. Spear-armed sentries patrol with their vicious pet mollugs. And do you want to read the goblin's line? Do a goblin.
The one at the bottom?
Yeah, do a goblin voice.
Alright, Wrecker! Go get him in the head!
That was pretty good. 5 out of 10.
For you.
So, now we do the awareness check. Can you remember the modifiers on the awareness check? By the way, that's spent. Our +2 to sneak.
You're spent.
I don't know where it goes.
They're colour-coded.
I see what you did there.
No.
Establish surprise during the engagement round. So we do a surprise check, and I'm pretty sure it's just +2 if we sneaked.
So there's 2 of us, so there's only 1.
Yeah, there's only 1 enemy because there's 2 of us. And these are down here. But he's got 2 hit points.
At the bottom here.
Yep, so this shows you the number of people, and the first number is the number of enemies, and the second number is their break point. That's the amount that remain before they flee. So, in this case, we're going to have to kill him because there's only 1. But if there were 3 players, there'd be 2 enemies, but they would the second would flee if you killed the first. Mm-hmm. Now, I think it's just +2 if you sneaked, right?
Yeah.
To the awareness check.
And we didn't sneak.
We didn't sneak. So
I think it's just normal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just, throw the dice.
And see what we get.
Alright, so that's 12.
12.
So that's actually a draw, which means no surprise, right?
Yeah.
So we must engage. Now, if we surprised him, we would get either a bonus in combat, or we could retreat without being seen. Back into the previous room.
But we wouldn't want to retreat because he's got all the treasure.
He's literally got the 2 quest items that we need. We've just burned through this deck. Is this supposed to be this short? Is there like a time limit on this? Does it tell you how long this should take? It does not.
It doesn't. It just says sticker in the bottom half of the... We were just incredibly unlucky with what was drawn out. Lucky.
Or lucky, depending on how you look at it. Great. So now we're going to attack him. I think I have to attack first as I'm the scout.
Yes. It goes you first, definitely.
Yeah, scout first. That's fine. I'm going to use my CX. Now, the way this works is...
doesn't it... Actually, whoever goes first is if you're engaged or not. Or if you do the melee.
Ah, yes, that's right. So ranged start.
Ranged.
And the Goblin Sentry is a melee enemy, and Michael and I are both melee warriors. So we're just going to carry on with the melee round, but there would be a ranged round that preceded this, in which case, all the ranged people would shoot each other. Except for ranged enemies who are engaged by melee characters, but don't worry about that. We're just going to hack at each other with swords. Alright, so this is
one axe.
My weapon. It's called a C-axe. It's basically a big knife. And I'm going to roll 3 dice and match the symbols here to see what happens. Mm-hmm. And I'll explain those symbols as they come up. I've also got this striking card here, which is a talent that involves my knife. And I can use this...
You do that sexy strike.
Well, I get committed, which is where I get to do 2 attacks. So I might as well just exhaust this to do 2 attacks. Because if I kill this thing, then we actually... Win.
Yay.
Now... I can also use fencing, which adds an extra damage. So that means that if I hit him, I will kill him. Mm-hmm. But what I need is a 13 up to hit, which is quite unlikely. And enemies don't actually attack you in this. Their attacks are represented by your bad rolls. If you roll bad, they'll hit you. If you roll middling, then you'll both hit each other and take damage.
Yeah. Which is not good.
I've rolled...
You have 17. Smashed that.
17. That's what's called a critical, which means that not only do I do a damage, but I also get advantage on my next attack next turn.
Is it you or is it me? It's the next hero, isn't it?
The next hero that attacks gets advantage. So that would be you. Mm-hmm. However, what I'm going to do is exhaust... Well, I've actually got a second attack, so I could just try
Might as well just kill him again.
In which I'll have advantage on.
Yeah.
What is advantage again?
+2.
So I will do my second attack to see if I can get the second... Why am I saving this? I'll just tap privilege to do an extra damage and kill him. Sorry, exhaust. Sorry, wizards. Yeah, and then I do 2 damage, and he's murdered.
Yay, we win!
Oh, no, wait, it's -1. I got
Oh,
16 instead of 17, which is still more than enough to murder him.
Yeah. Wow.
Good. Dead.
Laters.
Get out of here.
Take you to...
Give us all the loot. I feel like this... I mean, I guess this is like the first scenario, right? Or the second one?
This is the first one.
No, this is scenario number 2. Surely explore the cave is the first scenario.
Find shelter is the first...
No. Scenarios,
episode.
not episodes.
Scenarios
are the standalone ones, and episodes are the sequential ones.
It didn't give a number, sorry, I didn't look.
No, but there's only 2 for ranges 1. Okay, so the scenarios are supposed to be standalone, right?
Yeah, so I imagine...
They have a loose order.
I imagine searching the caves
would have been the first
would have
one.
been first rather than missing adventurers.
But they're all kind of representing standalone missions. So we've actually acquired the warning note and the tattered map.
So this was our goal. It's like find both the tattered map and the warning note loot items to complete the scenario. So go us. Woo!
We did it.
I feel like it's over rather quickly.
Yeah, that was 2 episodes.
Maybe we can do the other one. To everyone give a treat. So we can...
Shall we level up and go and do another one?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Cool.
If you guys would like that. I'm sure you would.
We're doing it anyway. Yep, so we will we'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about how we leveled up and what not.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go back into the cave and hopefully find something a bit more challenging.
Yeah. But this is clearly... Well, why don't we try maybe the next level up?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I see what you mean. We will level up to level 2. We could... Where are the scenarios, Michael?
They're in the box. But the next level is 3 to 5, to be fair. So we could both like semi-cheat and say, you get a level, I get a level. Oh, look, we're on... Oh. Yeah, we both are ordered 1 each, so therefore we should be on level 3.
I think that we should just do a level 8 one without leveling up.
Oh my word. You're gonna woo someone first. You can't just go straight in.
Yeah, they're all... Yeah, so it's level 1 through 8, right?
Yeah.
But there's 3 level 6 to 8s, 2 level 3 to 5, 3 level 3 to 5s, and 2 level 1 to 2s.
Yeah.
So the next one we will do... I think we should do this one, raiding parties. The raiding parties from the caves have started attacking your people. Enter the caves and put a stop to the attacks as quickly as possible before too many innocent people are hurt.
Sounds like a job for us.
High alert. The goblins are on high alert after the raiding parties. All surprise tests versus foes with the goblin keyword are at -2 for this scenario. So no sneaking up on the goblins in this one.
Yeah.
But look at all that loot.
Oh, all the loot.
Oh, see, the problem is, Michael, we're not playing on legendary mode.
Oh, no?
If we're playing on legendary mode, it would be more difficult. Spoiler, if we're playing on legendary mode, this would have played out the exact same way.
Yeah, it would have. Totally the same.
Because we didn't draw any events. Speaking of which, we didn't discard a second event card when we entered that room.
Ooh. Shame on us.
Alright, we're going to level up. We'll be back tomorrow for raiding parties. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I feel like Indiana Jones.
Why?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
This is Raiders of the Lost discarded food.
Yeah.